Golfing with Republicans. I don't have a problem with the Republicans who aren't gatekeepers. If you are a gatekeeper, and I've met a couple of them, and what sets them apart from golfers who, see the game as inclusive in some ways is that their objective is to make a lot of money, join a fancy country club, and then self isolate. And look, if that's your vibe, cool. I don't have any interest in playing with you. So like I have a buddy, and we're gonna do something this summer because he has a connect with the founders of Second Swing, and the origins of Second Swing is in Minnetonka. So it's in the Minneapolis metro, and what Minnesota is awesome at is, like with hockey equipment and golf equipment and other sports equipment, they just donate it to kids who, perhaps might be less fortunate, or, you're getting primo hockey sticks or hockey equipment or golf clubs that somebody just sort of outgrew. And instead of selling it, they're just like, hey, like you have a young daughter who's into golf. Do you want my clubs, or do you want my daughter's hockey equipment that doesn't fit anymore? Because Minnesota and the people who live here are awesome, right? And so I think we're going to call it Twigs for Kids. So like a hockey twig is a hockey stick. And so like when you're going around, I think like when you're asking for donations, I think when you're asking for money, like the way that, politicians do, like that's rare air, right? Because there aren't too many people out there with like 30 contacts in their phone that can donate like $10,000 for a dinner. So when you go around Edina, Minnesota, asking golfers for their old equipment, that's a little bit different. So like my partner, he grew up in Edina and he's in sales, and part of how he uses golf is to network, right? And we know people who are gatekeepers. So what we're incredibly interested to find out this summer is which people will say yes when we ask them for, their old equipment, and which people will be like, no. Because like Second Swing, they have so much equipment, right? So as like a little tax write-off, they'll be able to be like, yeah, take this. We haven't been able to sell it.